There's a strange kind of pain that comes not from words spoken, but from silence, from a smile that doesn't reach the eyes, from conversations that feel hollow, from people who act warm on the surface, but cold underneath. That pain is the quiet sting of concealed dislike, a discomfort most people feel, but few are willing to provide by. We all want to be liked. It's a natural part of being human. But the truth is, not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Not everyone who shares a laugh or offers a helping hand does so out of genuine affection. Sometimes, the people closest to us harbor feelings they don't speak: resentment, jealousy, annoyance, even contempt. And instead of confronting these emotions, they mask them in the name of politeness, civility, or stalling up. The Stoics taught us not to rely too heavily on others' approval. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." This is a lesson we forget too easily. We build relationships on assumptions. We ignore warning signs because we don't want to face the truth. But pretending someone likes you doesn't change the fact that they don't. And the sooner you confront that reality, the freer you become. In today's video, we'll uncover 7 subtle but powerful signs that someone secretly dislikes you, and why recognizing these signs through the lens of Stoic philosophy can protect your peace, sharpen your intuition, and preserve your self-respect. Because the more honest you become about who truly values you, the less energy you become to expense. Their words are polite, but their energy is cold. One signs we rode in 7 wheels well. Worst sound is boredom. At first glance, everything seems normal. They greet you with a smile. They ask how you're doing. They might even offer you a compliment or a helping hand. But beneath the surface, something doesn't sit right. Their tone is off. Their eyes are distant. Their presence feels more like a performance than a genuine exchange. That's because while their words may be polite, their energy use the analyzer components. Stoicism teaches us that virtue is aligned with authenticity. A Stoic is not interested in flattery or empty gestures. They seek truth and integrity, even in difficult moments. So when someone's words are drenched in sweetness, but their actions are dipped in ice, it's not just a minor contradiction. It's a signal that something is out of alignment. I remember a time when I worked closely with someone who never said anything negative to my face. In meetings, they agreed with my ideas. In emails, they added the obligatory "great job." But I noticed they never really engaged with me outside of necessity. They didn't initiate conversations. They didn't laugh at my jokes like they did with others, and their eyes always seemed to scan past me, as if looking for someone more interesting to talk to. Over time, it became obvious. Their politeness was a mask. They didn't want confrontation, but they didn't like me. Here's what the Stoics would say: "It is not your job to force affection or approval." Epictetus reminded us that if someone is able to provoke you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. When someone treats you with cold politeness, don't waste energy trying to decode or win them over. See it for what it is, a sign of emotional distance, and walk accordingly. Warmth should be mutual, not manufactured. 2. They open. Physical contact is a language older than words. It is the silent handshake of trust, the gentle touch that says, "I see you," without needing explanation. From a pat on the back to a simple handshake, these moments are the subtle glue of human connection. But when someone systematically avoids even the most casual physical contact with you, it is more than just personal preference. It's a mess. The Stoics taught that nature intended humans to live in community, connected by shared experiences and empathy. Avoiding physical contact is a way to keep emotional walls up. It says, "I do not want to be close to you. I do not trust you enough to let my guard down." I once had a colleague who seemed to recoil whenever I extended a hand or tried a friendly pat on the shoulder. It wasn't just me. Others received warmth and touch freely, but with me, it was as if I carried an invisible barrier. At first, I tried to rationalize it. Maybe they were shy or simply not tactile. But over time, I realized the avoidance was deliberate. a quiet signal that the relationship was not on equal footing. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When someone consistently avoids closeness, it's a reflection not just of their discomfort, but of the true nature of your connection. It is not your burden to force intimacy where it does not exist. Instead, acknowledge the truth. Adjust your expectations and invest your energy where it is returned. 3. They disappear when you need support the most. There is no greater test of a relationship than crisis. When the storm hits, true friends anchor you. False ones vanish like smoke in the wind. Stoicism teaches us the value of endurance and loyalty, not just in ourselves, but in those we choose to keep close. I've faced moments when life broke open, when pain was raw and hope seemed distant. Naturally, I turned to the people I thought were friends. Yet, when I needed them most, many disappeared, swallowed by their own excuses and distractions. I'm busy. I'll check in later. Sorry, I can't help right now. Spoiler alert, they never came back. This vanishing act is more than mere inconvenience. It is an unspoken judgment. They silently say, "Your suffering is not worth my time." And here lies the harshest truth. Loyalty is not a given, it is earned and chosen. The Stoics teach us to expect little from others and to prepare for disappointment, so we do not suffer when it arrives. This absence, though painful, became a catalyst for growth. It forced me to see who truly valued me and who merely tolerated my presence when convenient. It taught me to cherish those rare souls who show up unconditionally, regardless of circumstance. Those who disappear, let them go. Life is too short to carry the weight of false allies. 4. They gossip about you behind your back. Gossip is poison, silent, insidious, and destructive. It fractures trust, damages reputations, and erodes the foundation of any real relationship. To the Stoic, reputation is the outward manifestation of inner virtue. When someone talks behind your back, they reveal not just their disrespect for you, but their own inner corruption. I once confided in a person I trusted, sharing my vulnerabilities and struggles. Within days, those private moments became twisted tales, distorted and spread like wildfire. The person I trusted turned my openness into entertainment for others, weaponizing my pain. This is the cruelty of gossip. It's not about concern or empathy. It's a power play disguised as idle talk. They elevate themselves by putting you down without ever facing you directly. The Stoics warn us against becoming entangled in such petty games. Seneca said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." Remember, the person who gossips about others to you will likely gossip about you to others. It's a cycle of betrayal that undermines trust and poisons your social environment. Protect your inner circle fiercely. Choose friends who honor your confidence, not those who turn it into fodder for their amusement. 5. They give you backhanded compliments or subtle insults. Words can be weapons, finely sharpened to cut deep beneath the skin, while masquerading as praise. Backhanded compliments and subtle jabs are classic tools of passive aggression. They say one thing, but the meaning underneath is harsh and dismissive. The Stoics prized clarity and honesty. They believed in speaking truth with kindness and accepting criticism gracefully. But when words are twisted into covert attacks, it creates confusion and mistrust. You start to question your worth because the message is cloaked in ambiguity. I've experienced this firsthand. Compliments that felt like insults, remarks that were jokes but carried sting. It wears on your spirit, chips away at your confidence, and leaves you wondering if you're imagining things. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate inner resilience, so that external opinions do not disturb our peace. When you encounter backhanded remarks, recognize them for what they are, attempts to undermine your integrity. Respond, not with anger, but with calm awareness and firm boundaries. Protect your energy and refuse to let disguised hostility take root. 6. They ignore or exclude you in group settings. There's a quiet cruelty in being surrounded by people, yet feeling invisible. You speak, but your words fall into the void, You laugh, but no one meets your gaze. They pass you by in the conversation, in the invitation, in the moment. Like a ghost, politely tolerated, but never truly seen. This is not an accident. Repeated exclusion is a strategy, a way of signaling disapproval without confrontation. A hidden verdict on your presence, masked as oversight. They won't tell you they dislike you. They'll simply make sure you feel like you don't belong. The Stoics faced rejection not with bitterness, but with clarity. Seneca said, "He who seeks wisdom avoids the company of fools." And sometimes, the ones who exclude you are not wise, they are insecure. Your presence unsettles them, your silence, your strength, your refusal to flatter. These things make small souls uncomfortable. But let me tell you this, your value is not measured by how many seats you're offered at shallow tables. When they exclude you, it reveals them, not you. And when you stop trying to sit where you're not wanted, something profound happens. You make space for real belong. It's better to stand alone in truth than be included in a lie. 7. They smile with their lips, but not with their. There is a kind of smile that feels like winter, tight, practiced, and cold. The lips curl upward, but the soul remains still. No warmth in the eyes, no softness in the face. Just a mechanical grin, a social give. You felt it before. That smile that doesn't touch the heart, the handshake that feels hollow, the small talk that dances around politeness but never touches truth. And beneath it, you feel it, a quiet resistance, an aversion, the dislike, carefully hidden but not erased. The Stoics did not trust appearances. Marcus Aurelius received, "When you notice that someone only smiles when others are watching, when their gaze feels detached even as their mouth plays nice, don't gaslight your own instincts." That unease you feel is a kind of wisdom. Your spirit has already read the truth. Don't demand proof. Just trust the signal and protect your peace. You are not cold for noticing what others ignore. You are awake. So what do you do with all this? You don't chase after those who've quietly turned away. You don't try to melt the frost in their voice or reach for the hand that refuses to reach back. You don't beg for inclusion in places where your soul is unseen. Instead, you do what the Stoics taught. You return to yourself. You protect your dignity like a flame in the wind. You sharpen your discernment, not your bitterness. You walk away, not in anger, but in power, because the one who sees clearly and still chooses peace is always in control. Some people will never tell you they dislike you, but they'll show you, again and again, and once you finally believe them, once you stop making excuses for silence, distance, and cold smiles, you'll begin to heal, you'll begin to elevate. You don't need everyone to like you, you just need to like yourself enough to stop shrinking for those who don't. If this truth spoke to you, if it opens something raw and real in your heart, subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset, where we speak the things most people won't say, where ancient wisdom becomes modern strength, and where your clarity becomes your freedom. Support this work if it helps you. Buy me a coffee, send a super chat, or drop a sticker to show love. But most of all, honor your own growth, choose your peace, and never again apologize for walking away from half-hearted people. You are not here to beg for belonging. You are here to become unshakable. Stay rooted, stay sovereign.